Welcome back. Tonight we got aliens among us, Google's new invention, and other creepy videos from all around the world. So kick back, grab your snacks, and let's go.
I told my sister, I said, look, there's some little ponies that are playing down there. And she looked out the window and she said, those aren't ponies. She said, look at them. And when I really looked at them, they were only like about 4 feet tall, actually. And they were standing on their hind legs. And then they had their arms up. They didn't have fingers. They had hoofs. Like a horseshoe has like a hoof. So they had hoofs here and they had hoofs on their feet. And they were standing up and they were walking around and kind of playing. And they would bend down and they would scoop up hay and then they throw it up in the air and they would play some more. And they kept dancing, going like this. They kept playing in the street, just raising their arms and raising their legs. And one was a light pink color and the other one was kind of bluish gray. They didn't have hair. They just had skin that was like pig skin, hairless skin. Their color came around their faces like this, and their face was the color of the inside of my palm. It was lighter, but their actual color started after their facial color. It was just smooth, gray skin, like a gray rat. The inside was all like the inside of my palm. Well, that was all light, all on the inside here. But then the color was on like the back of their legs and their back and the backs of their arms. They felt playful, I guess, because they were doing that little dance and they were having fun. And at one point, they threw some hay up and looked straight at us. They stopped light, and then they went right back to the dancing and the playing and stuff. I didn't feel threatened or like they're gonna be evil or do something to us.
This is the first time I've heard of an alien looking like that. Dr. Greer did say there are about 60 different species of aliens on Earth. I don't know which ones these are, but I hope they don't eat meat.
I think I see something. You see the hair?
Begging script. There's no time like begging time.
Now you do what the paramedic says, okay? Big Mama gonna be in the kitchen baking up a storm.
The following footage is actually coming out of 𝐸𝐻, Veracruz, Mexico. Dozens of witnesses captured an unidentified being emerging from on top of the tree, and they have no explanation as to what it is or who it is or why they are up there. Take a look at this footage, comment below, tell me what you think this could be.
The sunset way over there. What is this? Like, what is that? What is it? You can tell it's red because the cloud over top of it. You can see it. What is that, bro? And the sun don't even go over that far because I've been seeing the sun earlier and it wasn't in that position. It was way past that. What is that, bro? Like, bro, like, it's right there. I ain't scared. I don't live in fear. Shoot. What is that, though? If the sun set over there,
I'm about to make y'all think real quick. All right, just think. If you a conspiracy theorist, this is for you. This is not for these overly religious motherfuckers who just believe everything that's handed to them. You probably realize that, you know, past 5 years, shit just been weird. I'm gonna say past 10 years because like the Mandela effect, the planes crashing, how fast technology is rolling. And you remember back in 2012, if you over 30, you know what I'm talking about, where everybody was like, the world is going to end. And everything seems to have been.
The person recording this must have been in shock or stoned, because I didn't hear a scream, a fart, or nothing. Y'all know I don't mess with the open water. I barely be in swimming pools. There might be a stegosaurus in there too.
What the hell? What's wrong? Something just touched my leg. There's something in the water.
Okay, so this video is going to cover the ultrasonic atomizer, and what it is a metal plate that vibrates at such a high frequency and vibrates so fast that it separates the hydrogen molecule from H2O. When the metal plate starts vibrating at a high frequency, it turns the water into like a mist type of hydrogen, and so this is the same hydrogen that's coming out from the fifth dimension that's actually hitting the sun, and the sun and the moon are both moons, right? Just one of them's reflecting the light at a higher density than the moon is. So as the black sun starts to rise and pushing that hydrogen all throughout, elevating the consciousness here, and everybody who's melanated is going to absorb this hydrogen energy and then transfer it into like a form of power. Mind you guys can be informed the sun is actually 90% hydrogen, and it doesn't produce any light by itself. It's only reflecting the true sun that's coming from the inner earth. So just like this plate is vibrating at a high frequency, so will the black sun raise the vibration, separating the hydrogen molecule from the oxygen molecule. So all this, the rivers and the seas are going to start boiling, just like Nina Simone said in that song, when she said she ran to the sea and it was boiling, she ran to the river and it was boiling all day. So basically, as the black sun starts to rise, you're going to start seeing the rivers and the ocean start to boil at a high frequency, causing more hydrogen to be pushed throughout our atmosphere.
See the world through the eyes of AI. Bro, what is this, bro? That is weird, dog. Alright, man, this is weird. This is very weird.
This is what real bananas look like, and bananas have seeds. They actually have seeds all throughout. This is real bananas, God's given bananas, and this is the bananas that you guys buy. Genetically modified. You know, obviously it's just not real. Big difference. God, Satan.
What's around it, what will happen next, and what it should do. You are, and we developed a comfort mode, adjusting the pedals to a perfect resting position. It's amazing.
This is probably the laziest invention I've seen in a while. I wish Google stopped inventing stuff for a while so they can work on getting us better search results.
Crumble up the cookies, got me coughing like the COVID. Go straight from Saudi to Audi, coming from Germany. I ain't got a. Oh my baby! I'm a beach side in the winter, with my lord throwing east side out the sprinter.
How they get you former football players, they get you to show up at interviews, they get you to show up at presentations, and if you don't understand the numerology of anything, this is how they can get you and trap you. I would have gone and wouldn't know, and they could have easily put me in a predicament. I could have been at the bar, I could have been drinking, They could have came to my hotel. Any situation that would have fit my natural foolishness, which means either been drinking or been to fight with a woman. That would be the only thing they would catch me with, and they would tell you this is how I felt. He died from alcohol poisoning, or he died fighting. And people would have believed it. If I went to that show and y'all would have heard that I got killed and you would have told you I died by alcohol poisoning or something like that, most of you would have believed it because you know that's usually what I've been in trouble for. This is how they get you. It's kind of comical because once you understand numerology and gematria and they use the same numbers over and over and over again, it becomes pattern recognition. Okay? I've seen a lot of football players die and it be because of numerology. I've seen a lot of celebrities die and it be because of numerology. And it's always when they're by themselves, they're found dead in a hotel, or some craziness that they attach it to. And no one can know what's the real truth because they're really that slick with it if you don't have your eyes open. So it's funny to me that these people do not like me. They do not like me around when I was there. When I was in the world, they didn't want me around. So all of a sudden, they're going to give me a presentation after me saying football been rigged, after me saying their family did everything they did, all this stuff I've been talking that smoke, and they want to invite me into an award show to give me a special award for something.
LGBTQ veterans dismissed from the military due to their sexual orientation could soon be eligible for veterans benefits. The Pentagon has reached a legal settlement that will remove references to sexual orientation from the discharge papers of thousands of LGBTQ veterans. Between 1994 and 2011, the U.S. military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy prohibited openly LGBTQ people from serving in the military. This resulted in thousands of service members being discharged with other than honorable discharges. These discharges made veterans ineligible for benefits like health care and tuition assistance. The settlement will not only remove sexual orientation from discharge papers, but also allow veterans to request an upgrade to honorable discharge, making them eligible for benefits. The settlement waits approval from a federal judge on February 12th.
At least they'll be getting the benefits that they deserve. If the military keeps discriminating, we won't even have a military.
You almost made me break a nail. Hold on, my man calling. Hello, Oliver. Your spaghetti is in the oven. And the Parmesan cheese is in the cabinet. Okay, I'll call you back, honey. We getting shot at. I'm at work.
I'm scared to get shot, man.
Boy, you better not get shot on my watch, because I'm not giving you mouth-to-mouth CPR. So ugly ass.
Do you guys see it too? Look in there, dude. What the? Next stop, Churchill Station.
Y'all probably like, what is that? Listen, this is at a home, not sure exactly where it is, but I had a video up before of a creature coming to someone's home in Texas. Now, where this home is, not really sure, but as you could tell, whatever this thing is huge, and not only huge, but you could really see it. Now, when I run the video, I'm gonna need you guys to look at the top and the bottom. Now, if this thing had on a costume or anything of that nature, boy, this man or woman that's up in this costume is skinny as hell, right? The body does not match a human body. Now, I'm gonna run the video, but just take a look at the face, the eyes, the legs, the arms, the body of this thing that's at the door of these people's home. Run the video. Pay attention, y'all. Look at the eyes. See how black the eyes is? You can't tell me that that's a human, bro. Look at that. Look at the body. Look at the legs, how they don't match. A human can't be that skinny, y'all. A human body cannot be that skinny.
let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. This is somebody's home. This is somebody's home, y'all.
Thank you. That's it. 100. That's it. I just need some money. Get some money. No, ma'am. It's a joke. It's a joke. Please. It's a joke. It's a prank. A prank. It's a joke.
Please. Security.
It's good. It's good. Yo, it's good. Calm down. It's a prank. Chill.
No. Please.
Chill.
I need security. He's with
Chill. It's a joke. Chill. Look. It's a sound. It's a sound. Look, it's fake. It's fake.
Hey! Where is the security?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Police right now.
It's a joke. All right. Ma'am, it's a joke. All right, whatever.
Shit.
It's a joke.
Back in the day, me and my friends went to Blockbuster Video. All the kids got today is Blockbuster Stupido.
We'll be closing in 2 minutes.
It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I did the best. I copped that crib and bought 2 chains and then I hid the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the most. I put my friends in that old Benz and took that to the coast. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I do the best. I feel my mattress.
America's latest idea to prevent school shootings is inspired by the war in Ukraine. See, recently a tech company called Campus Guardian Angel demonstrated how their new drone-led first response would save lives. The idea is that 30 to 90 drones would be permanently stationed at a school, and unlike law enforcement who have to first arrive on the scene and then move through the building relatively slow to avoid casualties, the drones can instantly smash through windows, confront the shooter just 15 seconds after launch, and are operated by the pilot stationed at the company's headquarters in Austin, Texas. They can even engage the shooter while waiting for law enforcement with sirens, a two-way speaker, pepper spray, and even projectiles. And if all fails, they say that the drones themselves can become non-lethal weapons by flying them straight into the shooter. But here is where things get crazy, because the company's CEO said that the inspiration came from watching how successful these drones have been against people with guns in the conflict in Ukraine. And listen, I get that is well-meaning, but it's just so wild to think that there is a scenario where literal war tactics have a place at a school.
Crazy that you're 72, like you look like 36 or something, and you're totally jacked. You got like veins coming out of your arm. You can do push-ups all day.
If I want to run a hill, I can run a hill. I don't want to have a life alert. I don't want to get in the bathtub and can't get out. My energy is just off the roof, so I'm ready to go. That's what people need to really understand. When we just sit down and just let it go, that's generally what will happen to you. You lose strength.
But still, people have difficulty wrapping their head around really getting on board. Even seeing you at 72, banging out the push-ups and with your skin and, rocking the attitude and like the whole thing, they're like, yeah, but like, where am I going to get my protein? How's this going to work? Like, I don't, maybe, but that is some crazy outlier. It's not possible for me.
First of all, we're all the same. If it works for me, it will work for you. Self-love, self-care. Educate yourself, because knowledge is power. Don't walk around here being ignorant and saying ignorant things and keeping yourself in an ignorant space. My thing is, you better educate yourself and you better understand where protein comes from to be able to say that I'm 72 and enjoy each and every moment, my time on this planet in this form. It's just amazing.
Archaeologists in Argentina just discovered and dug up the world's largest dinosaur poop that they've ever found. That is a massive log if you think about it. It does come from the world's largest dinosaur called the Patagotitan that roamed about 100 million years ago in Argentina and the regions about therefrom. This is massive. They did say it still had a little bit of a tinge of a smell, even though it's fossilized, and a few of the archaeologists actually passed out from the scent because it was so big. big. And now archaeologists are going to go about cutting cross sections of it to see if they can find any DNA sequence protein strand fibers that they can analyze from either the dinosaur that pooped this out or something that it ate. But it is quite incredible. And they're going to take it to the Met and put it on display in New York City. They said it should be there in about 5 months. So you're going to want to go and check it out. They're just waiting for the stenchage from it to die down just a little bit so they don't have people passing out.
It may be a historic find, but I will have not told a soul, because everybody knows the excavation team will not get credit, only the scientists.
Found anything yet? Not a thing, sir. What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
Let me see. What on earth? I want to see. Let me see. You're throwing them in the lake. All right. What do you got? Oh, wow. Good shot.
Everything we know about Michael Jordan now has to be questioned. Apparently, people are going back and watching his game film and finding that his stats have been inflated.
The game film in those 6 games, Michael Jordan had 12 steals. The home box score, how many extra steals could they have given him? 2, 3? He had 12. The box score, 28! There was a game where they credited Michael Jordan with more steals than the other team had turnovers.
And what's even worse is you got Scottie Pippen, who he won 6 rings with, confirming it. In his book, Unguarded, he said when he would deflect the ball and tap it to MJ would get credited with the steal. Also, when a stat keeper from the 1990s was asked about this subject, he claims it was league-wide practice to inflate home team stats. And what do you know, from the 1988 season, MJ has the biggest disparity between his home games and his road games in terms of steals and blocks. People were already starting to call MJ a bald Jaylen Brown that couldn't use his left. But now it's just looking like MJ and his whole entire story is a complete fraud.
NASA captured heaven in an image.
I'm from outer space.
Pay attention and listen, because NASA found heaven using the Hubble telescope. Look.
The Hubble telescope launched back in 1990. 4 years later, 1994, we get that image right there. Okay, shot back down to Earth from the Hubble telescope. Now, what did NASA do? Of course, they tried to hide it, but it didn't work. Now, by the way, that picture right there, my uncle gave me that picture. It was taken by a photographer at Ellington Airfield of the Hubble telescope. You guys know my uncle worked at NASA, and he told me that NASA, does in fact try to hide images and anomalies from the public. Okay, I just wanted to include that little tidbit of information in my video today. By the way, my microphone shorted out. I'm using a different microphone, guys. But check it out. Look, you can see towers, pillars, caves. It looks like a man-made building. Okay, this galactic city in the middle of the universe. This is mind-blowing. I thought it was fake, but this, like I said, guys, this is a real NASA image leaked to the public. And I don't know why I've never heard about it. I was watching another channel last night, and they covered the topic here, and I was blown away.
I don't know how God feels about us live streaming in heaven, but I do know the American thing to do would be to monetize it.
Wow. What the heck?
Morty, do you realize how ridiculous that sounds?
Yeah, pretty crazy story, Morty. Are you serious? Half the crap we've seen, and you think that sounds crazy?
Guys, I'm taking this
live on the Temako Sumbo Road. Wow! Ali, unbelievable stuff, man. I can't explain this.
I guess there's nothing better to do on the Green Mile except learn new skills. I guess the most important thing is to follow your passion.
It is balancing two identities, right? You're a prisoner and you're a student.
Alright guys, thanks for joining me and watching these new creepy videos. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure to comment on your favorite clips. If you ain't subbed up yet, what you waiting on? Join the Space Crew, because we rocking.